we have seen a bounce back in China. That's been very evident in some of the numbers that have been posted, most recently in Burberry numbers as well. Is that encouraging to see the bounce back in China, or do we just see it as a standalone region because they've moved through the crisis much quicker than others, and you're seeing a lot of the pivot of money domestically not happening so much with duty-free travel anymore?
Yeah, that's the point. Actually, we have seen strong growth in mainland China. Now China represents 20% of global consumption, but Chinese consumption has decreased. So actually, two-thirds of Chinese were buying while traveling, while this year they didn't travel. And also, let's say their share of experiences spent on experiences, traveling, restaurants, has been redirected to purchases of personal luxury goods. So there've been an overindulgence on products. So this has been actually, with different order of magnitude, the same phenomenon across the globe. So we also had a lot of local consumption, both in US and Europe, for sure, with different figures and with different speed, depending for sure on the lockdowns, but also on the strength of the economy. But also in US, we have seen in the summer in particular, strong impulse in the market, also linked to the stimulus of the government, and actually very strong consumer confidence, in particular in the younger generations.
Claudia, I'm fascinated by how the Chinese consumers are intending to spend in 2021. And I think your point is very interesting here, because it seems to me that the pandemic has stopped a lot of the destination consumption that we saw in Hong Kong, Macau, Japan and South Korea. Does that come back, do you think? Or does this new push that we see from the central government to focus on the domestic spend and the economy and domestic brands, does that mean that that spend never comes back?
We think that, in particular, spending to Europe and other, I would say, global resort destination will come back to a certain level, not at the pre-crisis level, let's say. But some Asian location will lose a lot of these traffic flows, tourist flows. So actually, the government was pushing domestic consumption even before this pandemic. So this pandemic accelerated the process of repatriation of this spending. And there have been also the creation of duty-free areas like Hainan in mainland China that are also meant to accommodate that kind of bargain spending of Chinese consumers that before was going to South Korea duty-free or Hong Kong due to the price differentials. So as you said, mainly the intra-Asian touristic flows that were driven mainly by the price differential and the bargaining effect will be strongly repatriated to China. The government is reducing the duties and also creating these duty-free areas to really accommodate this, and also trying to fight the gray market that was through Hong Kong, also creating a lot of price differential opportunities. While we think that Chinese consumer will travel everywhere for touristic reasons, and they will still buy luxury while traveling to Europe, if the brands will be able also to capture these flows through a different value proposition and through dedicated approaches.